For today is nestled in between the miracle of the healing of a rich man's daughter, which on the other week we talked about. And the contrast, though, here is interesting, for it shows the variety of people who came to Jesus for help and for healing. The man's name is given as Jairus, but the woman here is anonymous. Jairus was a wealthy, leading citizen, but the woman was a lowly person who had spent all her money trying to get well. And here was a man interceding for his child, and a woman who was hoping to get help for herself, but both of them came to the feet of Jesus. All right. And Jairus had been blessed with 12 years of joy with his daughter, and now might lose her, while this woman had experienced 12 years of misery because of her affliction, and now she was hoping to get well.
Come on now, come on.
And so this woman had an issue of blood for 12 long years. And listen, during this time, she had been misused and abused, mistreated, and now her funds were depleted.
Go ahead.
And so like many of us, she could have made excuses as to why she could not be healed by Jesus. Now, she could have been saying, I've been dealing with this illness for so long that nothing can help me.
Come on, speak.
I've tried everything and I still have this disease. I spent all the money and I'm just going to give up. I'll help you, son.
Come on.
This woman had a hidden need, a burden she had lived with for 12 long years. And it affected her physically and made life so difficult.
Go ahead.
And I wonder today, is there anybody here that's been dealing with something in your life? Listen, 12 years is a long time. And it's especially a long time to be dealing with an illness in your body, a problem in your home, a problem on your job. Listen, 12 years is a long time.
Yes, sir.
Listen, but it affected her not just physically, but it also affected her spiritually. Because the hemorrhaging, the bleeding made her ceremonially defiled and unable to participate in the religious life of the nation. So listen, she was defiled, she was destitute, she was discouraged and desperate, but she came to the deliverer. Oh Lord.
Come on now.
See, it should have been a shout just right off of there somewhere, but y'all just missed that. Listen, she was defiled, she was destitute, she was discouraged, and she was desperate, but she came to the deliverer, which was Jesus.
Yes, sir.
And the text says that the crowd was pressing in on Jesus. And in the original language, it lets us know that it's brought out more vividly. It says that to press means to press round or throw one so almost as to suffocate them. And here it is, all of these people around Jesus as he's walking to Jairus' house, they're throwing around him, they're pressing in on him so much so as to almost suffocate him. Then this woman comes and she has a disease, but she comes to Jesus.
All right.
So the first thing I want to share with you today is that she had an experience of stealing. She had an experience of stealing. Look at verse 26. Verse 26 says, and she had suffered many things of many physicians and had spent all that she had and was nothing better, but rather grew worse. She she grew worse. Listen, she had an experience of stealing from the doctors. She had endured much at the hands of many physicians and had spent all her money on trying to get well. How many of us have spent our money on different things we've seen on the TV, and late at night, this one's going to heal you, this one's going to make you lose weight, this one's going to clear it up, this one's going to help you out with your skin. Listen, how many times have we spent money on things rather excuses. One of the excuses was that I don't want to take it to God because he may not be able to handle it.
Go ahead.
Oh, help me, Lord Jesus. What fool would say that? Oh, help me, help me. Listen, the energy I will put in going to God, I'll just put into doing it myself. And here this woman is, she's put her energy into doing it herself. And listen, I in my mind felt like she may have gone to a few doctors. First doctor I think she may have gone to was Dr. Doolittle.
All right.
Who does little to help or heal, but a lot to hurt your bank account. Oh, help me somebody. Some of y'all probably been to doctors where you spend a lot of money and you still ain't no better.
All right now. All right.
That's Dr. Doolittle. Does little to help or heal you, but does a lot to hurt your bank account.
Yes, sir.
Or maybe she came up against Dr. No, who leaves you with no healing, no money, and no alternatives.
Go ahead.
Maybe you've been to Dr. No, or maybe she went to Dr. Drain, short for Dr. Drain, who drains you of your self-esteem, your money, and your hope.
Come on now.
Yeah, she could have went to Dr. Doolittle, she could have went to Dr. Noah, she could have went to Dr. Dre, but listen, the text says she suffered much at the hands of the doctors, but she heard about the Jesus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh Lord, she heard about the Jesus.
Yes.